I think I mentioned earlier, one of the things that I was told is that Dick would make himself known electronically when he was on the island. Well, there's no doubt about it. I think it started with, remember, Bob, we were at that lobster, we were having a lobster bake. It was like in October, and I think we had like 15 people around the table. Everybody's talking, and all of a sudden there was a moment of silence, and the hood fan goes on full blast over on the stove, which is across the room. And then both Bob and I looked at one another and both acknowledged our eyes meet and says, "Dick." I said, "Yeah, all right." And then one thing that happened, ironically, was that I told him, I says, "You got to let me know when you're here." And I said, so every time I would land on the island, I would land on the North Beach, and I would walk right up to the berm of the beach, and no matter what the weather was, the foghorn would toot once. And I'd just, I'd go on, I'd talk to him. I'd say, "Hey, Dickie, how you doing today?" Boop. And then when I got to the same spot, every time, that went on for, at least 3 years. One of the very first Flying Santa visits that we had, they were early in the morning. It was in the winter time, so it was cold. And when our kids got older, I started shuttling other families out there so that there were some young kids to meet Santa. And this particular year, it was cold and windy, and I think I first headed out at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and now it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I had gotten everybody out there, gotten everybody back, and I was shivering, I was tired, and I sat down in Dick's reclining chair, and I'm just sitting there going, like this, and I said, "Dickie, if you're here, give me some heat." So the heater, we had an electric heater in the living room that hadn't worked for years, and I no sooner said that, and I hear tick, 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 and the heater comes on. It warmed up the room. I fell asleep, and it never worked again. So you make up your mind, but I am convinced